Right.
Here we go. Sweet synergy with the first ban.
Decisions.
I would like to. There's quite a few heroes that are good here on this map. Gazlowe, I've heard, is extremely well. Rexar is really good on this. Sylvanas is another one I was about to mention with the push. They opt for the Sylvanas. I think that's a very smart ban on their part. We'll see how Big Heroes responds to that. There's definitely a lot of heroes that they can ban out. I think solo laners are the top picks right now for first bans. I think Thrall, Zagara, Sonya can do it. Rexar, anybody that can pose a threat and hold a lane by themselves. And they go with the Zagara. I think that's a very smart pick, especially with the vision. You can see those rotations coming in because all the fighting takes place in the jungles, believe it or not, on this one. So the vision is definitely very key on this.
Interestingly, Zagara actually marks off 2 of the tick marks that were mentioned on Beyond the Nexus that was published about 2 hours ago. Braxis Hold is the map they covered this week. So yes, Zagara is a very strong ban here.
And they go with the Thrall. Thrall's very good on this map. He's got great poke, and he can bully a lane very, very effectively. He does put out really good damage on a 1v1. I think that's a very smart pickup to grab in the beginning. He can contest the shrine very well. His Sunder can come into play heavily. And they go with a Rexar. And Rexar is extremely strong on this map. You put Misha on the point and cap it while you continue to soak lane. I think that is a very, very strong pick on this map.
If you had told me Rexar was going to be part of the meta 3 months ago, I'd have laughed at you.
Rexar's always been meta, and they also go with the Li Ming. Li Ming's poke and the resets on this are absolutely crucial. Everyone's always bunched up, trying to fight around right where the beacons are, so Li Ming can get serious amounts of damage in, confirm those resets, and then just snowball from there. I think she's a very solid pick here. They go with the Tychus. Tychus on an early pick. I love this. They already recognize that they picked Rexar. They know they need another tank to back up this Rexar, so they picked Tychus before the bans, securing the fact that their tanks on big heroes is gonna have a rough time, and they pick up the Rhaegar to complement this. Extremely well drafted there. Rhaegar is going to complement the Thrall and the Tychus to make sure that they do not die, and making sure that they have a great presence on the map.
Can we acknowledge the Cho ban just now on Big Damn Heroes?
I don't know if I agree with the Cho ban. I wonder if they know something that we don't know, because I can see Cho'Gall being very popular on this map, and especially since they took away the Tychus, but I just don't see Cho'Gall being drafted in the comp that Sweet Synergy had. And they go with the Ariel in response, and I think that's a smart choice. They're limiting the number of heroes that put out really good heals on this map, and Ariel can dish out really good AoE heals as everyone's fighting on the beacons.
So in Twitch chat, Miss Suzuki just said Cho ban was a respect ban, so they knew something.
They knew something, absolutely. Brightwing, they picked the Brightwing up. Brightwing is amazing on this map for the globals. The one thing though, I think that's going to hinder the Brightwing though is to pick up this Brightwing and to abuse the globals. You almost need another support, so this way she can just keep teleporting around. But if you solo Brightwing, you're going to be really hindered on your globals, because you're going to have to stay in lane, make sure everyone's topped off before you can switch lanes. So I think that's going to come into play here. And we're going to see how Sweet Synergy is able to maybe abuse that fact. And because Thrall can be in one lane, Tychus can be in another. Tychus is almost guaranteed to be in a lane with a tank. Thrall can poke out the other tank. And if Heroes does not have another healer, I think it's going to probably cause some problems.
I would agree with that.
And they're taking some time. They're thinking about this, going deep into their time pool. I think they're picking their tank, and that's exactly what they do. They pick up a Johanna. Johanna is very, very tanky on this map. I feel like the blinds are going to play a very big part on this. Being able to blind out a Thrall when he decides to come in and try to get his combo off. Tychus is going to be another person where the blinds are going to help out. And then they respond with the Murden. I think the Murden pick is very solid here. Murden is probably, in my opinion, the best tank in the game, if not for Johanna. I would say those two are very, very close. They're just so beefy, and they're such good utility. Murden can dive in deep. He's got the stunts. He's got the AA reduction if he wants to. He can even almost fill a bruiser role if they wanted to go double tank here. They've already secured the Tychus, so there's a
See,
lot of things that they can do.
I would like to see him go double tank here. I think they have a nice solid comp and maybe like
I would
a
like to see
bruiser
a
tank.
range. I would like to see I Thrall can fill that role. I would actually like to see him go a burst mage. Falstad could work if they were to go mage stat. Jaina, the area of denial. We saw
There
King,
it
and that's
is.
exactly what they do. Jaina with the area of denial. I think that's a very smart pick. You have Tychus there for the peels, where if a tank dives, Tychus can just use minigun. They're just going to get absolutely shredded. Thrall can follow up with the roots. He's got the sundering. Jaina with the AoE, Murden with the peels and the dives to secure those kills, Rhaegar as well. I think that's a very well drafted comp by Sweet Synergy, and I'm curious how Big DM Heroes is going to respond to this. I think what they need to do is either pick up a. I think what they honestly need is probably a sustained damage. They have burst, they have Rexar who can solo lane, they have Johanna. I think that's what they need. Is some. I would like to see like a Vala or something that they can pressure while playing away and just keep the sustained damage going, and they go with the Alarak. I think that's going to be a very, very smart pick. They just have to be worried because careful because they have 3 melee and Tychus is going to be able to abuse that. Same with Jaina because they're all going to be clumped up if it's ever a
Right.
full out team fight. So
Right.
there's things they got to be worried about. But Alarak with the deadly charge and his counter ults are both very, very strong. And I believe Alarak is going to be able to dish out some really good silences. So I think both comps are overall well drafted. I do put my favor though in the Sweet Synergy. I think they pulled ahead slightly.
Okay. Okay. And as the teams are readying up and setting themselves on the correct characters, we can load into Braxis Home momentarily and see how it plays out and see if the overall strong draft, even with just a slight edge, is enough to carry through, or if Big Damn Heroes has something up their up their sleeve. I guess not in their pocket, up their sleeve, because the pocket's already been open with that Rexar pick. And see what happens. Let's see, who are we waiting for? There we go. All right. Let's hit this loading screen. So, on the blue team for Sweet Synergy, we have Azuki on Jaina, Blackfire 94 on the Tychus, Ciari on the Thrall, Tal on the Murden, and Tiger JK on the Rhaegar. On the red team playing for Big Damn Heroes, we have Cowboy Kyle on that Rexar, Bellius on Johanna, Jaylease on the Li Ming, Good Doctor on Brightwing, which is somehow fitting, and 187, that's what I'm going with for this on the Alarak.
187.
That's even better. 187. That's great. Oh man, I love that name now. I'm convinced. I am convinced.
Oh man.
Okay. Let's see here. Did yours load in?
Yeah.
Okay, because I am not finding your camera. Are you set with your observer controls?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Weird. Okay, and immediately going into the pause.
Tiger's
that
mouse is dead.
That mouse
Those batteries,
dying.
rip batteries, man. It's always a sad day when you're starting to play a game and the battery just dies on you halfway through.
There is a reason I did not run wireless when I play real game.
I can never play wireless. I've had that happen a couple of times, and it's just feels bad, man.
Yep.
My glory days of WoW raiding, and mid raid, just something dies, and you're just like, well, That's
And what do you do,
yeah.
right? At that point, you're out
20
of luck.
ribs for the tiger's mouse, please. Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, and I
Feels
agree,
bad,
right?
man.
I mean, wireless mice, great feeling, great to use. You never have to worry about that cable, but when that battery dies, you just want to chuck that thing across the room and grab a wired mouse at that point.
Oh man. Hopefully he's got some batteries right on the side. It looks like he did. That's a good save. Can you imagine if he didn't have the batteries?
I cannot and don't want to. Huh. Oh, there we go.
Uh,
Okay. Um, are you on the blue team? Yeah, there we go. I'm good now.
yes.
Okay, we're set.
So we have four positioning here bottom. I wonder if they're going to rush the bottom here. We have all of Sweet Synergy positioning middle here. They're probably going middle to see if where the split's going and see if they can get a quick gank, maybe early mid. I think that's very smart actually to go mid to see which way you need to peel at instead of a last minute decision and you've got to go
Right.
across the entire map.
I would agree. And it
And they're all
looks like
positioning around, and here we go. And fights bottom.
4-on-4 with the
getting
two solo laners top.
They're all right now just poking each other. Murden taking a good decent amount of damage, but Murden is Murden, and he will get that back. He took third wind on Talent 1. Rhaegar going Lightning Bond. Thrall going Rolling Thunder. Shrug it off for Tychus, and Winner's Reach for Jaina.
Got a block going on Johanna. Or
Johanna getting shut down by this Tychus. This is exactly what I was talking about here, this Tychus.
That was real chunk, too. That wasn't, you're going to survive. That was, you're almost dead.
Already forced to, they're all rotating very nicely, grabbing this globe together to make sure it's a small heal, help out Rhaegar as much as they can. Johanna already having to top well, and up in the top lane we just have Misha against Thrall right now, and they're doing Misha things up there against that Thrall, and so far it looks like Misha's winning that war right now.
Got an Alarak kill in the bottom lane, though. And if you look at it, Sweet Synergy really is pushing that bottom lane in nicely. They're positioned well to grab the bottom tower. No, not tower.
Just slightly ahead in XP right now. They're both trading 1-for-1 right now on the XP. I think the kill is just giving them a little bit of that advantage right now. Li Ming, though, getting in that damage. Going again for the globe, making sure everyone on the bot gets it. Very, very good coordination here. I like seeing coming out from Sweet Synergy right now.
And it looks like they're trying to position and take this bottom beacon right away. But Alarak kicking off that Murden.
Trying to delay them from capping that. Murden going in a little bit deep. Tychus coming in. Putting that damage on that Joe. Murden's going to have to watch out. He's getting extremely low.
He needs
Can
to
he get
back
out?
of
Oh, no. Barely getting out. Joe getting chunked out as well. Everyone getting low.
putting a lot of damage on and getting the Alarak kill. Yeah.
The area of denials. Rhaegar coming in, helping secure those kills, playing extremely aggressive. Tychus with his minigun, making sure, forcing that Johanna to back off. Up in the top, though, we have Thrall winning on the beacon right now against Misha. Well, Rexar just does Rexar things up there, but he is getting low on mana, so he's going to have to watch that. Actually, both of them are getting low on mana, so it'll be interesting to see how this actually plays out. Well, meanwhile, the fight on bottom with Brightwing getting absolutely obliterated. Li Ming super out of position.
Yeah.
And I believe this first set of beacons is going to go to Sweet Synergy.
So if you look at that, at the beginning of that fight when that Brightwing went down, Sweet Synergy was sitting on 4 and had that talent. And I know that's not a huge talent, but talent tier is still a talent tier. And that's going to hurt.
Absolutely. I think what ended up happening there was that Li Ming went to try to sneak cap it, but realized as soon as the Brightwing died, she was super out of position and very extended. And here again, we just see Tychus chunking people down with his minigun.
Tychus is getting work done right now. And
Meanwhile, Rhaegar with the body blocks, he has to be careful. He's super extended right now trying to get that kill, and he's going to be forced to back out right now.
Tychus has 30% more hero damage than anybody else in the game right now.
His Tychus is playing extremely aggressive and very well played. He's playing like the old how Tychus should be. I think he's playing more of a bruiser role right now on that bottom.
Right.
Here we got the top wave pushing in. It's going to be interesting to see how they respond. Tiger JK getting pretty low here. He's going to have to play a little bit safe.
Easy enough to do when you have a huge wave of Zerg sitting in front of you, though.
Absolutely, but he is getting low on mana, so he will have to position himself carefully and making sure that his team plays safe because he is getting kind of low.
This wave should get them the fort, though, at this point. Looking
Absolutely.
at how big this wave is and how well positioned they are, I see them getting the fort and level 7. That'll give them about a full level lead. And there's the level 7.
And they might secure this kill. Looking at Alarak, they get Misha. That's a small victory to pay right there. Alarak coming in looking to see if he can get his lightning surge onto people. Joe. And here at bottom, Tychus is just pushing in this wall right now.
And he's
just
going to finish
damage.
that wall.
I would like to see him push for this well right now. He knows where everyone is on the map. He's going to back out right now. I think that's safe to say that that's a smart move. But he could have gotten that well, which would have hugely crippled
them in that bottom lane, yeah.
Absolutely. The push would have been super strong there. They have a great push on top right now as they keep even defending this right now.
And Thrall might...
The silence missing.
Yeah, if that silence had hit, he might have actually been caught out there.
And Li Ming coming down to rotate to help this Brightwing here as Tychus keeps pushing in.
Well, I'd like to see, and there they are. I want to see Sweet Synergy start taking camps, and Jaina Rhaegar have already started, yeah.
That's probably who I would send to do it. They both have an excellent wave clear, especially with the a talent 1, the lightning bond from Rhaegar. He could almost solo camps at that point. Up top, though, we have, and there goes a Rexar.
That Rexar stepped out a little further than he should have. Looks like both teams are just kind of backing out now.
Murden's out in jungling right now, looking for where the rotations are. I think that's very smart. He's obviously the tankiest, and if something does go wrong where he is about to get ganked, he does have Dwarf Toss to get out of there.
And
what they're gonna invade on that camp.
Yeah.
I think this is a very, very good move right here. They're almost level 10 right now.
Top lane, Thrall's going down. Thrall's gonna die here,
yes,
top lane, yeah.
Thrall is gonna die. And Brightwing coming in. I think Brightwing's about to get absolutely obliterated here, and there she goes. Face checking bushes, never the smartest of ideas.
This was a good trade. Not only did they get the invade, but they also went 1 for 1, but they killed the healer. Right, so I would take this. Your solo laner dying at the cost of the support. But they lost
quite a bit of experience on top lane. They still got the 10, but you got to remember also when you're down this far in levels, 2-level lead, 1 for 1 kill actually is going to favor heroes on this side. They're going to get more of the XP boost.
Right, right. This is true, but they still have that 1.5 lead, almost 2-level lead now.
They do have the heroics too, and they're coming out in style right now, trying to secure this kill on Alarak.
They want to get that Alarak kill.
The cleanse coming out just to make sure he can get away, not rooted, but it looks like he's going to die, and the silence coming out, not doing much, but the ancestral does click here, bringing up Murden, keeping him healthy. It looks like Joe's going to die as well, and they are going to be able to push this in.
They are.
Rhaegar up top again against this solo Rexar.
Thrall.
He is just Thrall, excuse me. Yep.
And Tychus went back to grab the bottom beacon, so it looks like they're gonna start filling. And if Big Damn Heroes doesn't get on one of these points, they're gonna be facing another 100 to 0% Zerg wave.
What I would like to see them do is just push this in, try to secure this fort on bottom. It's almost dead. This way, when the Zerg wave does spawn bottom, they are guaranteed to start putting damage straight on the keep.
And that's what
exactly
they're doing.
What they're going to do. Yep, I think this is a very smart play. They're losing top right now. Thrall needs to be careful, making sure he doesn't overextend, because that could cost him dearly. They're just right there at 10 with heroes, so, and they will all be on the same talent footing.
We have a 3-man rotation coming up, yeah. And nope, they decided not to chase and just take the point and try and get their 100.
Meanwhile, we have
wave.
Joe and Li Ming rotating top here. Thrall has to be careful. I think he's went in too deep and he's going to pay for his life.
He's got caught out again. I mean, Rhaegar giving him some heals, and between Rhaegar and Jaina, they may save him, but.
And the Ring of Frost comes out. I think that was more for peeling than anything. I feel like that was wasted. They didn't need to do that. The fact that they had the Rhaegar there.
Zoning. I'll give him that. It was zoning. It zoned him off. It kept him alive. Without the Ring of Frost, I think they would have re-engaged that. And now we got Sweet Synergy already looking to get in on this fort, or on this wall rather.
And they're pushing in with it very hard right now.
Oh, that's a lot of damage they're
connects,
taking though.
Bringing back up Blackfriar. Tychus getting
Tychus is
absolutely
really low, yeah.
Rhaegar topping them back off. They get the kill on Misha. They're going in deep right now. The silence goes out. Murden getting a little bit low. He might have to dwarf toss out of here. They keep the pressure up though.
They want to pick and they want 13, but they're not going to get it. 3 for nothing. That was a great defense by Big Damn Heroes.
Absolutely. I would
Li
like
Ming not done.
I would like to see one of them rotate up top, start soaking that, and try to even out this XP right now. I think that's the smartest play. All the camps are down right now. I'm pretty sure they're going to probably make their way to this small camp right now, Tiger, JK, and Jaina. It looks like they might go boss. They decide to take the small camp instead right now. I think that's a smart move with all 5 of them up and coming.
And they're still down 2 levels. Well,
they are
level
down.
and a half.
The more important thing is the talent. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. They do need to get that soak going though. And they have all 5. They don't need to keep all 5 bottom lane right now.
No, absolutely not. With that, what I would like to see them doing is making sure that they're getting as much soak as they can. Try to catch up, get on the same talent level, and then take a fight when they can with that favors them. Otherwise, if they keep playing very conservatively, I feel like Sweet Synergy might start running away with it.
This is a big 5-man group for Sweet Synergy in the top lane right now. It looks like Murden and Thrall may go down bottom. Oh,
it looks like we're gonna have a fight in the middle here. No, they're just gonna wave at each other as they both decide to just cross over, clean out the Merc camps, play safe. They're gonna actually go boss. I feel like this is
dangerous.
This is very dangerous. They are up a talent, but they need to play careful. This boss can actually do a lot of damage, as you can see already. They're taking this fight though. And see if it pays off. Tiger JK getting super low.
Alarak got deleted though.
On Alarak, the Ancestral out on Tychus, connecting, securing that second kill on Brightwing, and I feel like this is going to be in the favor of Sweet Synergy.
This could
and
be
there goes
wipe.
the 3.
At least a 4-man,
and there goes the 4.
Are they going to keep...
I feel like they should just go core at this point. They have it won. Go core, win the game.
I don't know, man. 20 seconds. 20 seconds?
20 seconds is enough where you can force... they have all their forts up. They could put enough pressure on where they could threaten core at any time.
I think instead they're going to try and get the beacons in the camps.
They're absolutely going to do the safe thing. What I would like to see them do is push boss here while they have the beacons up. Get boss. They have the beacons already won.
But they already take all the little camps.
That is also a good decision, but I feel like the boss would have been a much stronger one, considering how much time they would have had on boss.
Thrall might be in trouble here. He's hanging out in a bush, but...
He's just scouting out right now, seeing where the rotations are coming right now. He'll be able to get out of there if he ever really needs to.
Wow.
And there it is, right there. So, I feel like they should split push right here. They are doing the boss right now, which is very, very smart, I feel like. I think they should have done this a little bit sooner, but they are getting the boss. This is going to be extremely strong push. I would like to see him go bot lane and push against this wave, forcing the split decisions coming out.
No, it looks like instead they're going to push with it and try to get the second keep down.
They're going to have a very strong top wave pushing.
I mean, they should get this keep.
It's also smart, absolutely. But what I would like to see him do is just go with this bot camp right here, threaten core, and put heroes in a very hard decision. Where do we defend core? Do we let the keep go? Do we defend against the wave? And it's a no-win situation. And then there goes the Alarak.
But they're gonna start getting kills right here. Yeah.
Absolutely. Here it comes. There goes the Brightwing. I feel like this Joe's about to die as well. The body block's coming out. It looks like she might be able to get away. No, the stun connects.
And now you go core, right? You have both keeps down. Yeah, this is gonna be game.
This is gonna be game.
16-13. They've already picked their talents. Yeah, they're.
And the GGs are coming out.
Big Damn Heroes tried to save that, but it's hard once you get too far behind on this map.
I feel like the MVP of that game was definitely probably the Tychus. He zoned extraordinarily well. He played
I
a
would agree.
fantastic ranged bruiser at that point, making sure that Johanna couldn't dive, making sure Alarak couldn't get in there and chunk out people and put the silence on and be very effective. Um, Thrall was able to keep the Rexar off of point and make sure that nothing. They were able to secure that, allowing Jaina to put out free damage zone. Murden able to dive, get those stuns, body block. Rhaegar was even getting very aggressive, securing those kills and making sure to put out great damage. Over and all, well played by Sweet Synergy.
I think the one thing I'm looking at total numbers right now, and I think the one thing I'm noticing is while Tychus was instrumental in all of the kills, and while Tychus definitely came on strong in the beginning, Thrall actually was doing more, and maybe it was because he was in the solo lane, so we didn't see it as much. But I think both of them, Tychus and Thrall, those were two really heavy hitters.
Well, what made they were able to complement each other because you had Thrall solo lane up at the top. He was able to allow Tychus to do whatever he wanted bottom with the Murden being able to be there with the Rhaegar heals and the Jaina crowd control. So Tychus had free reign to just put damage onto
Right.
tanks all day long, while Thrall was able to do his thing solo. Now, if Thrall had, we'll say, anyone up there, a Brightwing, a Li Ming, anybody at that point, Thrall, I think, would have had a much harder time and the rotations would have had to start coming out. But overall, and all, I think Sweet Synergy had a very well drafted comp. They had thought when they were going into their draft, and they executed perfectly.
I would agree. I would agree. It was a great game to cast. Congratulations to Sweet Synergy on the win, and well played to Big Damn Heroes and Sweet Synergy. And this is actually our last cast of the week, so weekend off, and we'll be back casting games next week.
See y'all next week.